It's time now for the Peter Channel Saturday Morning News on this Saturday morning, May 7th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Saturday morning, May the 7th, 2016. These are your news and odds on a Saturday morning. Top story at 8 a.m. is in Washington, where the Republican rift over Donald Trump won in finance. Major GOP figures continue to pick sides over whether to support the billionaire businessman's candidacy. Sadiq Khan has taken London City Hall back for Labour after 8 years of conservative control. How did he do it? It's fiscal centric. At 5 feet 6 inches tall, Sadiq Khan is more featherweight than heavyweight. The Fort McMurray wildfire candidate is massive and it could get a lot worse. Dry, windy conditions are fueled in the blaze, which is on way to range over 1,010 square kilometers, which is 389 square miles. Philadelphia, the pain and passion over the Penn State sexual abuse scandal was raised. United with new allegations that Joe Paterno was told that Jerry Sandusky sexually abused a child as early as 1976 and that 2 assistant coaches witnessed the abuse. President Obama called for Congress to help close loopholes in order to combat money laundering, corruption, and tax evasion. In the past 8 weeks, more than 130 small earthquakes have trembled beneath the surface of Mount St. Helens. At the point, there is absolutely no sign that they will erupt anytime soon, but the data we collect tells us that the volcano. Washington, North Korea's historic World Party. Congress entered its second day, Saturday, with leader Kim Jong-un expected to be bestowed a new, more prestigious title. 2 months after Osama bin Laden was killed, the CIA stopped operating in Pakistan, was pulled out of the country, and an abrupt move vaguely attributed to health concerns and a strained relationship with Islamabad. Hours after one of them were talking an assassination attempt, the Turkish journalist Ken Duda and Erdogan were sentenced to over 5 years in prison for selling state secrets. Rome, Pope Francis called for Europe's more worldwide policies toward migrants and Lebanon, and what he called for the candidates to declare the spirit of unity, maintaining pressure on the European Union at the ceremony attended by several top Europeans. In Chicago, Illinois, a police officer takes a photo of a shell case on 51st Street near Coming Everywhere. 2 men were shot late Friday evening on May 6, 2016. 2 were dead and 22 wounded in city shootings in Chicago. In San Francisco, dozens of protesters called for firing of San Francisco's police chief converged at City Hall Friday night and clashed with sheriff's deputies clad in riot gear. Columbia, Missouri. University of Missouri police are seeking a suspect after 2 shots were fired on the campus of Columbia, Missouri. As supporters of Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump ready to cheer Saturday rallies at Spokane and Whatcom counties in Washington. Plans for a Trump rally in West Washington got a chilly reception. Fall River, Bishop Edu M. Dakuda will present the Pope's St. Pius X Youth Award to 6 teenagers from Parish of the Fall River Diocese during the first service at 7 p.m. Tuesday at May 10th at St. Mary's Cathedral, Fall River. The annual award, named for the pontifical created at Fall River Diocese in 1904, was presented the first time in 2001, recognized as teens who served the parish community with selfless commitment and dedication. Nominated for the honor of the pastor, recipients are active in a variety of ministries and programs with their parishes, summer lectures, ministers, state church and parish religious education programs are altar service leaders and youth groups and members of retreat teams. Pope St. Pius X Youth Award recipients must have already received the sacrament of confirmation, be at least a sophomore high school, and not older than 19 recipients and participated in the award per service after readings, intercessory prayers, and reflections. Those honored with the 2016 Pope St. Pius X Youth Award was purchased from the Alabama Deanery. After racing ahead for many months, the American Charles Machine cooled in April as employers took the cue from other sides that economic growth was soared by easing up on new hiring. German Jews will move headquarters from Bay Area to Texas as more than 25 years after the first German Jews shop opened in St. Louis, Missouri. This moving company announced plans to move its headquarters from Calvert, Texas within 8 months. Olivia Dubler, advocate press teams of unit returns rallied for the U.S. Capitol Washington, D.C. to open to protest proposed pension cuts. Washington, in the event that the U.S. economy crashed, Donald Trump has floated a recovery plan based on his own experience with corporate bankruptcy. Paying back his creditors less than full value in the U.S. A fossil of a replica of an Antipodetes unicus and 242 million euro marine reptile with a hammerhead skull. This photo provided by SpaceX shows the first stage of the company's Falcon rocket after the syndication. As the Lagos, Nigeria, a new study says leopards have lost 75% of the historic range across Africa, Asia, Middle East, and 3 Asian subspecies facing eradication. Because also, Lord Santa's may spare people with near leg already for the pulsing amputation, even death. A new study suggests. Peter John Newton without 805 more time on this Saturday morning, and it's time now for a spot support. Last night, the Boston Red Sox fall to the New York Yankees 3-2, sucked the Yankees grounded at 1:05 p.m. at Yankee Stadium. And the 2016 Kentucky Derby will get started down in Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. 142nd run of the Roses. Atlanta followed shoot around on Friday in preparation of Game 3 against the Atlanta Hawks. Cleveland Cavaliers coach Tyronn Lue addressed the team regarding the remarks the Hawks made to Cleveland. Las Vegas Wild Out addressing middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez and challenger Americano. Welterweight contender moving up in the weight where both is out here. 155-pound catchweight limited as you wait in Friday afternoon. Peter Cheladuzab is out 8:06 on this Saturday morning. It's time now for a travel report. Let's start off down in Rhode Island, where it is looking at the highways and byways the ocean state, except for Route 4 to the northbound side. A little slow around North Kingstown. Southeastern Massachusetts Cape Cod highways out. Look again. Eastern Massachusetts highways out. Look again. And highways and byways up. Central and Western Massachusetts out. Look again. And stores all the highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine out. Look again. I-8 for the westbound side. That's a little slow around I-91. Down in New York. I-84 westbound, a little slow on I-91, and that's at Hartford, Connecticut. Long Expressway westbound side, and it's a little slow on 278. 278 it is. Stop and go between the Brooklyn Bridge and all the way down to Bridge Ricken. 278 on the westbound side. It's a little slow. Around the Long Expressway. FDR Drive on both sides, a little slow on Long Expressway. Long Expressway, it's a little slow on the Grand Central Parkway and Forest Hills. Lincoln Tunnel and Holland Tunnel's out. Look again. George Washington Bridge is looking again. West Side Parkway a little slow around the Route 95 in the Bronx in New York City. I-78 on the eastbound side. It's a little slow from the Newark Airport all the way to Jersey City. I-78 on the eastbound side. A little slow to Jersey City. West Side Parkway is a little slow from Hell's Kitchen all the way at the Midtown Manhattan. FDR. West Side Highway a little slow around the Lower Manhattan World Trade Center side. New Jersey Turnpike is looking from New York all the way down from Wilmington. Garden State Park is from New York all the way down to Wildwood. 476 on the southbound side. A little slow. Just around the Earlton stretch around 113 in Pennsylvania. New York State highways and byways out. Look again. Highways and byways at Pennsylvania out. Look again. And we got 376 on the northbound side. A little slow at Route 22 Moon Temperature just around Pittsburgh. Route 22 on the southbound side. So it's a little slow south of State College. And down in Baltimore, I-83 on the southbound side. A little slow from Royal Park at I-83 to the northbound side. A little slow at Hampton sector of Baltimore, 95 on the northbound side. A little slow at Route 1 in Elk Ridge. And down in Washington, D.C. Suitland Parkway is a little slow for the District Heights, Maryland. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts at 8:08. Subway, commuter rail, and the ferries they out. Look again. Peter Cheladuzab is out 8:09 in the morning time on this Saturday morning. And it is time now for a weather report. It's time now for a weather report, and latest radar shows a lot of rain showers switching from Nantucket and switching all the way down for the Atlantic Ocean floor. And to see some spotty rain showers west of Taunton and switch around Rehoboth and have a lot of beds of heavy rain showers around southeastern Rhode Island, around Newport and vicinity. Spotty beds of rain showers stretching from Connecticut, stretching on the way down from Great Barrington and down to Pittsfield, stretching from Albany, stretching at Austin. Some spotty rain showers around Brooklyn, around Staten Island, stretching around Southern New Jersey, around Sparta and West New Jersey. And see some spotty rain showers from Altown, stretching in Pottstown down to Philadelphia, and a lot of rain showers from west of Harrisburg, stretching in northern Maryland, just north of Baltimore. And some spotty rain showers around Silver Springs. Okay, 7-day forecast will goes like this. For today, sky showers and thunderstorms maybe before 1 p.m. Patch fog before 11 a.m. Hours. Clouds about 61 degrees. East wind about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Just 30%. New wind about less than 10 minutes. Checks about possible thunderstorms. Tonight, slight chance of showers after 3 a.m. Areas of fog up to 10 p.m. Otherwise, most clouds going about 47 degrees. Wind just 20%. Sunday, chance of showers maybe before 2 p.m. Areas of fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise, parts of the clouds about 61 degrees. South about 6 to 10 miles an hour in the west of the afternoon. West good gusts as I 24 miles an hour. Just 50%. New Pittsburgh less between a 10 quarter inch possible. Saturday night, most good skies about 41 degrees. West about 5 to 8 miles an hour. From Monday, Saturday, most good skies about 6 to about 43 degrees. West about 7 to 11 miles an hour. 31 miles an hour. For Tuesday, Saturday, park clouds about 6 to about 44 degrees. Wednesday, most of the park clouds come about 16 about 44 degrees. Thursday, most of the park clouds come about 71 about 46 degrees. And Friday, chance of showers, Princess got about 65 degrees. Chance of rain 40%. Currently, not near, it is foggy, misty, it's 48 with a humidity 89% and 9 above Celsius. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Saturday morning news on the Saturday morning, May 7, 2016. Have a good morning, good positive attitude. Have a good day.